Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Miss Kitty Litter ATX, and I would like to welcome you to my State of the Union address. What is the State of the Union? Well, it's a hot mess, y'all, but more on that later. First, we're going to talk a little bit about my year as it has happened. Back in July, I lost my job. Well, lost makes it sound like I carelessly left it laying around, like I would find it on the coffee table next to a set of car keys or something, but that's not really it. Actually, my ass got fired, okay? All I can say about that is that some people can't appreciate working next to a genius. That's what I think happened. But at any rate, I had to scramble to find something new in the midst of a pandemic. So I got a job working as a cashier at a health foods grocery store, y'all. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have been to these health food grocery stores, but the kind of people who go there, well, let's just say it's like bitter ex-hippies, y'all. I don't know what happened after the sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing, but apparently it was like bitterness and disappointment. I've had some customers come in there, one in particular who was very picky, and she asked me about the chicken that she was buying, and she said, well, is this chicken free range? Can you tell me a little bit about its background? And of course I wanted to play along because I like to be nice, and so I said, ma'am, that chicken, his name was Harvey, and he came from a broken family, I'm sorry to say. He was bullied in high school unmercifully, and he finally became suicidal, so that when they finally killed him, it was a mercy killing. Did you still want the chicken, ma'am? She didn't, y'all. So, yes, there's me working at the health food store, and of course we get the people that come in there with no mask on. Now, I have to talk about the anti-maskers for a moment, y'all, because I've heard y'all's concerns where you say, I can't wear a mask, Kitty, because I have health issues. Well, you know what? That didn't stop you from wearing a white hood for all those years. You could breathe then, but now you got a problem with wearing a mask. I'm gonna call foul on that one, okay? So, what else has been going on? Well, some of you have inquired about my sex life. Well, I have to tell you that I haven't been able to be intimate with anyone since all of this started, you understand. And I've gone from a homosexual to a no-mo sex, y'all. That's the true tea. All I can say is thank God for Pornhub. And speaking of Pornhub, y'all, I gotta talk about it because when it comes to the elections, if y'all spent half as much time trying to choose a candidate as you do trying to choose your porno movies, we'd be in a lot better shape. Some of y'all be scrolling through there, page 1, page 2. Oh no, this will never do. I want Fancy Feast. Page 3, and then finally you see, well, okay, well, I might give this one a sample just to see what it's like. Where's that hand lotion at? That time could better be spent looking at your candidates, y'all. I'm just saying. Moving right along, we're going to talk about the gays, y'all, because I don't understand these gays for Trump. I don't understand it at all. You know what? It's kind of like a lobster who's in a pot, and he's happy because the water is getting toasty, I get it. There's this thing called masochism. But if y'all really want to inflict pain on yourselves, go get a ball gag and a whip like the rest of us and quit this nonsense, alright? Now, I also wanted to talk tonight about voting because it is very important. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have been following the RNC, and God strike me down if I'm going to speak ill of somebody, but we going to have to talk about a few things. Melania is set to speak tonight, and I am not one of the people who will slut shame her for wearing, the naked photo thing that she did or what have you, because we all have our past, and if I was to start slut shaming, some of y'all out there would have reason to be nervous, so I'm not going to go after her for that. But I am going to go after her for 4 years of apathy where she stood silently by while her husband, did all kinds of shenanigans and she said nothing. So for that, I'm going to give Melania a thumbs down, okay? And, but I will say, she never promised you a rose garden, right? Oh, some of y'all gays was just upset that she went after Miss Jackie's roses, okay? I did want to talk to y'all about some other things tonight. If I could just read what I wrote. Oh, yes. The racial inequalities in our country. Black lives do matter. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it out there. Some of y'all with this all lives matter business, but then you ain't wearing masks. So apparently all lives matter unless it inconveniences you, and then just your own does. I'm going to put that out there. So, no tea, no shade there, but I am all for, I just have to say it, this thing about removing these statues that are offensive and archaic and outdated, and they kind of promote a troubled past and history. I think they should get rid of those things, tear them down. But that being said, the other day I was at work, y'all, and I was up on a box cleaning the windows and whatnot, and some people came at my legs with sledgehammers, y'all. Look, I'm old as hell, that's true, but do not, don't knock me down, okay? And while we're on the subject of old folks, I just had to talk for a minute about our senior citizens, because right now I think we getting the shaft, y'all. And some of y'all that's young, you need to pay attention too, because one of these days you're gonna be old too. They taking away folks' Social Security. We're in the midst of a pandemic where old people are having problems getting even their health insurance or whatnot, and they are dying at an alarming rate. And I don't think it's fair that people that have put in for their whole lives are now going to have to worry about their economics for the rest of their lives. It's just, how many days can one eat ramen noodles? If you one of those old folks who's voting for Trump, I'm just going to say, like, what is y'all thinking? If you're happy about that, I guess you're going to be thrilled about their new Logan's Run Act that they want to pass next year, which is going to, mean that anyone that's over the age of 28 is going to go to carousel and get exterminated. Oh, that's just going to be delightful, y'all. I mean, come on now. Now, you know that they have been going after the post office lately as well. Don't want to defund the police, but we sure can take money away from the postal system right before an election when people might do some mail-in votes, y'all. Okay, here's what I think about this. I think personally that we should let all the mail-in voting be handled by the AARP, y'all, because they are on top of things. When I was 38 years old, they was already sending me memberships, they was sending me magazines, and they was sending me discount coupons for the Neptune Society, y'all. So they are very efficient. I think we should have AARP handle the elections from here on out. So in conclusion, I just want to say these are troubling times. My heart goes out to some of you out there who have been negatively affected by this in whatever way. I know there's some of y'all that's unemployed. Some of y'all have lost family members. Some of y'all have, you're facing storms right now. There's wildfires in the coast. There's hurricanes coming and whatnot, and the unemployment, the poverty, and the racial injustice, and just everything. But our country is doing swell if you listen to certain people. But all that being said, my heart goes out to every one of you, and I hope if you don't do anything else, Get out there and vote. Show some love for each other. Look out for each other. These are trying times, y'all. And I just want to wish y'all big love from the Cat Box. I'm Miss Kid Litter, and thank you for tuning in to my State of the Union address. Oh, one more thing. If y'all been watching that RNC, and you see, I got a note for their speakers, okay? Because there's one thing about showing some enthusiasm, and there's another one looking like you having a psychotic break, okay? So,